Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Pure Saiyans challenge of the Broly stage of the Red Zone Movie Edition 2. So this is stage 3 versus Broly. There is a mission to take on the stage with only Pure Saiyans characters. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting challenge. I think, personally for me, I don't think it's too bad. Pure Saiyans mainly struggles with lead. Like, Pure Saiyans, not that it's got terrible leads, but it's not got the craziest leads. I mean, you got Super Vegeta, you got like a lot of leads, but like a lot of kind of mixed bags of leads. Like, you got Super Vegeta, he's okay. You've got Transforming Vegeta after his EZA, he's okay. Like, both of them are fine after their EZAs. They're just not like super crazy, especially for like some of the red zones where they go on a bit longer, but they do some big damage and stuff. I think, decent stuff. You could use a Super Saiyan's lead. There's lots of like ways to just kind of skirt around it. Join forces, power beyond Super Saiyan. Like, there's lots of ways to, I guess, build without having to make a Pure Saiyans team to build a Pure Saiyans team. You know what I mean? Movie heroes, Super Saiyan. And that's kind of what we're doing here. We're making like a Super Saiyan's lead kind of team. And yeah, I think like ultimately at the end of the day, not a bad team. Well, I say we're going like Power Beyond, like BBS kind of vibe. It's a very interesting concept. But yeah, so this is like a Power Beyond Super Saiyan team. I think for me personally, not a bad team at all. A fun one. Like one that's just got some really fun units. Some of the older anniversary units and stuff like that. You can definitely obviously incorporate, I think, more current units. Of course, you can change the team however you want. But I think though, like ultimately at the end of the day, it's just going to depend on your box. As always with these challenges, some of the best units, like for example, a great unit is taking a friendly tech Vegeta, the one from Saiyan. That guy's a beast. So taking him and he'll like solo the event for you. Like, there's plenty of ways to work around it without having to actually do it, if that makes sense. So without having to actually have a Pure Saiyans, like, if that makes sense. So it's just up to you. But for me, all things considered, I gotta say, having a pretty solid run here. We decided to go with the Blue Boys. So the good old Blue Boys, just units I really like. I've liked them since their release. They get a bit of flack, of course, I understand that, but their Vegito transformation is really helpful still. It's a really good unit, really strong, powerful transformation that doesn't really let you down, so that is really good. Then it allows us to run the physical Super Saiyan 4 units. Also, units that probably haven't aged amazingly, but units that, again, as well, I find to be really helpful and useful, and yeah, just again, a good time. So for me, there's definitely consideration to be had that, like, I think, ultimately your team build is going to depend on you. But for me, my rotations, we're going to have the Int SS4 Goku, a great unit, will get progressively stronger. Obviously, you want to activate his active skill, standby skill, I should say, so that you can get the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's the real, like, big power up for them. Then he pairs amazingly with the SS4 Gogeta. Once that unit transforms, once you activate that fusion mechanic, so then you've got like a really powerful rotation there. Then on top of that, of course we have, for example, we have the other rotation of the Power Beyond Super Saiyan boys. We have the Blue Boys, like I said, really strong Blue Boys, and then we have their transformation, which is really, really awesome, and they look really, really good there, so that's really helpful, and I think works really nicely, so that's great. Then they paired up with the, I think it's the 6th anniversary now? 7th anniversary. The God Boys, so the God Boys, that's them, looking really, really solid as well. So yeah, I gotta be honest, very, very straightforward kind of team build here. One that I think ultimately works the best for me. I don't know. I'm just really quite happy with how this team all came together. I think, of course, you can change things to however you want. I think it depends on what you have. But for me, this team worked nicely. I think a lot of the units were in a good space. They work really well, and they just do their job. So really good stuff. Like I mentioned, Gogeta looking good, SS4 Goku looking good as a pairing. Then we have, for example, floating AGL Super Vegeta, a very interesting one, I guess. So AGL Super Vegeta, a good unit, I gotta be honest, like a unit I like a lot. I think he's in a good space as a unit. He's definitely someone that's helpful. Obviously damage reduction scales based on your health, so he can be actually a bit of a weirdly enough, he can be a bit of a hindrance when your health is not low. Like you can't first start tank until you have low health and stuff like that, at least for certain portions of the fight. But he is good. Like he does a lot of good stuff. He's really solid. Again, just a unit I enjoy using. Not anything too wild, not a meta pick or anything, but a good pick. And just good to float. He provides a little bit of support, a little bit of attack boost, a little bit of stuff like that, which I think is really good. So yeah, for me, again, just in a really good position. Really happy with how he looks, how the team runs. Everything works out really nicely and just comes together really well. So for me, definitely the team's working out nicely. Now beyond that, honestly, I think you can kind of change things up. Don't think anyone else is super duper meta. Like I don't think anyone else is absolutely necessary, but I think it is a very good team for flexibility. It's just going to depend a little bit on what you want. For a friend lead, I took the tech Goku and Vegeta, and then the reason why is because, like, obviously, so the reason I took the tech Goku and Vegeta, they do transform. So like they do transform into the like Super Saiyan Blue versions of themselves. But the reason why I took them is because them as a floater just quite effective for me, more so than the AGL Goku and Vegeta. I find I have to use the blue boys in a main rotation type of situation to really use them properly, rather than having like two Vegetos floating and stuff like that, which is a little bit difficult to do with the timing of the active skills and that. So like taking the God Boys just kind of helps because you can transform them. They have their you can transform them. They have their strengths, their weaknesses, but after they transform, they at least have their evasion, which is actually pretty easy to activate. So for me, that puts them in a solid-ish position. Like, okay, I'll use them, transform them, they're going to give me good damage. If I get orbs and stuff, they should have decent evasion. So, like, they just feel like a nice floater unit, especially since they don't have type disadvantage. So it's not, like, super duper problematic, but, it is what it is. So, yeah, that is pretty much it for the team. Obviously, Gogeta, great job. Everyone, great job. But yeah, I think for me, honestly, just had a good time. Realistically, just a fun, good run. I think Pure Saiyans is a wide category. I do think you're going to struggle a little bit just because, for me, like, how can I say, like, I think for me, there's definitely a feeling like the leader skills and everything. Like, there's no outright good Pure Saiyans. Like, with the movie bosses, you're like, okay, I'm going to use AGL Broly, and he's going to really carry me. Unless you do, like, a Super Saiyan build with that Vegeta I mentioned, there isn't, like, an outright, okay, this guy's going to hard carry me. Like, this guy's going to, they're going to, like, carry me big time, They're going to do, like, huge stuff for me. They're going to really, like, take me all the way. There's no one like that, I would say. Maybe, yeah. I mean, like, I don't want to say like there isn't people like that, but I think like definitely Pure Saiyans doesn't have that lead. Like Super Vegeta is nice, but he's good for damage. Struggles a little bit elsewhere. Then you have, you know, the really strong, like, power of the Super Vegeta. Like I said, the transforming Vegeta is okay. It's just, yeah, it's a good situation, but it's just, I think ultimately units that do struggle a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. So yeah, but ultimately, you know what? I think ultimately really good stuff for me. Really nice in terms of like team build. I think this one worked well. I think it could have worked better, but I think it worked well. There's definitely some more options to take, so don't feel pressured to use this team. Although I do think this one just felt like it got everything done in the way I like it. So I was very happy with this, but of course, you know, to each their own, and you can kind of do whatever you want. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Obviously, we're going to now, I think, really clear everything out, which is great. But yeah, I think we're going to probably be done when it comes to this. Like, I think we just have some of the stage 7 challenges. I don't know if they'll add more later on for some of the other, you know, stages or whatever. But yeah, I think for me, this was definitely a solid-ish run. I think nothing I was too upset about, but I do think if I'm looking at everything, I'd probably say that you could have a better team. I definitely think the Super Saiyans team would have got this done a lot easier, especially Vegeta. I think Vegeta just hard carries so, like, well. I just think he does so well. So, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of it, though, for me. Yeah, honestly speaking, it's good. It's a good time. It's not a long time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, you know, if you need any help or anything, if you're struggling or you want like some advice, maybe you're busy trying to build a team or you're struggling, you know, with the red zones, I do videos on them, but I'm not the best player, that's for sure. There's a lot of better players than me, but yeah, I think, you know, if I'm being honest, I think there's definitely like a good range of options for this stage, so I don't think you should struggle too hard. But yeah, that's basically gonna be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care, stay safe, and bye.